You're with Andy Penders on Red Card Sports Radio.
Yeah, welcome back everyone. It's the Andy Penders Show on Red Card Sports Radio. Wherever you're watching, welcome. Thanks for your company today. We love your company as well as we aim to give you a brand new Samsung Sports Flow. My friends, it's the big Red Card Sports Radio football challenge brought to you by Samsung Sports Flow, the best quiz name in the world. All you have to do is tell us the most famous football player you have met in your life and whether you've interacted with them. Okay, get involved. We're on the Red Card Sports Radio channel on Samsung Sports Flow. And yeah, get involved. Talking of big players or possible big players that you might have met that have been making a move recently. It was the transfer window shut during the week, so we thought we'd keep you bang up to speed, or at least give you a recap of what happened. Nicholas Lim's got the what went down during the week.
Yeah, not very inspiring this deadline day. The biggest deal, Gianelli Imbula from Porto, he signed for Stoke City for £18.3 million. A lot of money thrown around there. Omar Niasse from Lokomotiv Moscow, once the top scorer in Russia. He joined Everton for £13.5 million. A lot of loan deals as well. Seydou Doumbia, probably the biggest one, from Roma to Newcastle on loan. Eder from Swansea City to Lille on loan. Federico Fazio, he from Tottenham, he goes back to Sevilla on loan. Bruno Zuculini, one of the highest rated youngsters at Manchester City, he goes to AEK Athens, also on loan. Matthew Debussy, he also goes on loan so that he can get some first team football. He goes from Arsenal to Bordeaux for the rest of the season. Stephen Fletcher, Scottish international, from Sunderland to Marseille, also a temporary move. Leroy Fair, another temporary move. QPR to Swansea City. And Marco van Hinkel, Chelsea to PSV Eindhoven on loan, going with the tradition of the Chelsea right there. And finally, James Maddison from Coventry City to Norwich for an undisclosed fee. But he was then loaned back to Coventry City.
Lots of loans going on in the past week. We've managed to loan a superstar in the studio today. A 16-year career in the S-League, international goalkeeper, 6 S-League titles, 4 Singapore Cups. It's none other than Shahril Jantan. Hi, Shahril.
Hi, Andy. All right?
How's it going? Listen, bro, this time of year, okay, because you've done this for the last 16 years, right? This time of year, you shouldn't be stuck in an office anyway. You should be out there pre-season, running your socks off, doing the 2.4, doing your beat tests. You, my friend, and I know this for a fact, are missing it.
Nah, I think you got it all wrong. I miss being with the guys. I miss pre-season tour. Going to Bangkok, having some fun in the hotel room with the guys. I miss the banter, definitely. I don't miss much of the running. Been doing a little bit on my own, but nothing too much. I don't have a 2.4 to pass now. I was happy to see Alex the other night. I still have lots of banter with him.
Yeah. But you missed that banter special, isn't it, within the football?
I would smash the young kids, back. Even last year when I was at Home United, I'll smash the young kids, They come in late for training, I'll give them. They won't be happy, definitely, but
So you are missing it. From what I can tell, it sounds apart from the running, you're missing it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right there.
You're right, and you seem to me still fit enough to be able to play a few years. And with hindsight, do you like right now? Are you thinking, you know what, S-League this year? I reckon it's going to be that good that I reckon I could have played my part.
In a way, yes. When Jermaine came along and the Lions Shaw players coming back to the league, there was this little tinge in me that says that perhaps you should have taken the offer I got late last year. I had 2 offers.
What were the offers?
One was from a top club and one was from a lower club, but I've made up my mind since June. So
Geylang and Hougang. Geylang and Hougang, right?
I wish Geylang called. It would be a great way to end my career. That's where I started. Yeah. But they're going to do well this year.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to root for them. Staying at Bedok myself, I think we should go to games together.
Let's go, bro.
Perfect.
I'm well up for that. So how is it post-football then? What's been keeping you busy?
Proposals. We're busy with the Lion City Cup.
Because I mean, we're just to let everyone know, we're very happy to have welcomed Shahril into the Red Card family. But you're more on the sort of events activation side, and
Yes.
but you've also been best friends with Jermaine Pennant as well.
I have. No, I think I played a big part in making him sign for Tampines.
You did. I think you did.
Yeah, I was telling him what to expect, from his stay here.
And presumably you were brutally honest.
Yes.
Like you weren't sugarcoating everything, right? Because
No,
it can be pretty tough here on a Monday
that's not
night in
me,
Geelong
yeah.
West, right?
There's no me. I'm an honest person. I'll say what I feel. I told him what to expect. I told him players will be kicking up his ankles for the first few games. They want to put it in their Facebook and up their status. I've kicked Jermaine up his ass. Oops. So I think I've told him what to expect.
And you were with him 24/7.
Almost, yeah. My wife almost told me to sleep outside.
And he's a look, peel it all back. He's a nice bloke.
He is. Since day one, since at the airport, no airs about him. Like I said, he played at the highest level at the best club, but he came here. He's down to earth, humble, great guy.
Yeah, really good. And the best picture you sent me was him doing his washing, with the washing machine behind him.
Yeah. I told him, back home, you get people doing it for you. Back here, you're on your own.
Brilliant. Hey, well done for that, organising all that. Brilliant. Absolutely superb. And I think it does set up a very fascinating S-League season. But you're a man you've seen it all. You've seen the overflowing crowds at an S-League game, right to the state that it is in today.
That was why I wanted to become a professional. I think I've spoke this many times. I was a ball picker for Geylang back then. The first couple of years, Bedok Stadium, there's this hill. It was overflowing, There was no space in the stands. The last 5 years, or even more actually, it's been empty.
That must hurt you to see that.
It hurt. It affected my motivation. But in a way, I guess it just provided me a path to look elsewhere. I guess that's where I'm here now.
And why is that? Where have the fans gone? What's happened?
It's tough, It's a chicken and egg question there.
Yeah.
We had the marquee scheme before. I always believed that the foreign players would be a crucial part of the league. But I guess the players that came back then 2 years ago, was it? They didn't have that pull factor. But this year, we saw with the 2 games Jermaine played, we have 1,005, 2,000.
It's pull factor, right? It's back.
Yes.
Okay. Well, but you guys, the professionals still need to deliver a product, right?
Yes.
And it needs to also be a more of a whole experience. I need to go to the game. I need to have beers. I need to have the time spot on for me. And I will be prepared to make an effort. So you're a goalkeeper, right?
Yeah.
Now they're a very special breed of people. The old goalkeepers union and all. You're either sort of crazy, or kind of serious. Or where are you in the goalkeeping crazy stakes?
I think I'm in between because I didn't start as a goalkeeper.
Don't tell me. Everyone starts off as a striker, right? Everyone.
You're right. I came for a trial at Geylang, trying to be a superstar striker. But there were like over 100 players vying for that spot. And I turned left, and there's only 5 vying for the goalkeeper spot. So mathematically, I thought, and they say the rest is history.
Wow. When you're a good size for a goal. Normally Singapore goalkeepers are quite short.
Yeah. Well, back then I didn't think about size, and we just wanted to play, you see. And I'm surprised now. I quite enjoy it. A lonely position.
Fair. Well, I played under 19 Southampton in goal.
Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good, but my strength was not in shot stopping or anything. It was organisation.
That's very
just
important.
Screaming, because the less, if you actually don't have any work to do, you look quite good as a goalkeeper, right?
Yeah.
Occasionally the occasionals, but if you can organise 4 men in front of you to watch what they're doing. Were you always a good communicator?
It got better with age, but I hate it when we had nothing to do, and after the game, the people, fans, or even the coach comes to you and say, "Oh, nothing to do, yeah." They didn't see the organization part,
Right.
the good organization. That's why the opponents didn't get through.
You've had your career's seen highs, it's seen lows as well. I think you've had it all. You made your debut as a fresh 19-year-old back in '99. 6 S League titles, 4 Singapore Cups, Geylang United it was then, wasn't it? SAFC, now Warriors, Home United as well. What club, when you say I think we're going to win the league, who is that club?
I had my best playing time at SAFC.
Champions League.
The Champions League, the players, you had Tersat, Chaiman, Alex. I mean, Tersat, if you not played with him, if you played against him, it's nightmare. But if you played with him, he's the best midfielders. He has brains of close to Zidane, I would say. I'm not exaggerating.
There's some real characters in that SAFC.
Yes, we had Daniel Bennett, we had John Wilkinson,
He still calls you the best goalkeeper Singapore's ever seen.
Yeah, he says that I make saves with my ears. he reckon he says I got big ears. Nah, he's just jealous.
Yeah, brilliant. Bro, what a team. And the Champions League exploits were brilliant as well, right?
We actually played the group proper, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we travelled to Suwon. We played Gamba, we played Kashima. I mean, we got hammered, but it was an experience. No money can buy,
Yeah.
Even right now, you can only play in the qualifiers. So that's something that I wouldn't change for anything.
I watched your highlights back, actually. I spent the week looking back at your highlights. And after every good save, but most of your saves, by the way, bro, are pretty much for the cameras. I've noticed. There's a lot of diving after you've done it.
I think that's the trademark for all goalkeepers.
But then you'd always follow it up, always, right? Honest, I swear to God, check the highlights. You'd always follow it up with a grimace. You always go, seriously.
Especially if it's a live game, yeah.
Oh, it's funny, man. Singapore international as well. Part of the 2004 ASEAN Football Championship winning side under Raddy. What was Raddy like?
I think he's a great coach.
Yeah.
He prepares the team very well. I think he's very meticulous in planning for matches. The team we had back then was also very young, very eager. I wasn't the number one then, but the competition for the spot was good.
Mental.
Myself, Hassan, and Lionel.
Yeah. So who's the best out of you three then?
On paper, we all had a great.
Yeah.
We were all great, We were playing for each other's team. We were the number one choice for clubs, and we had good games. I mean, back then you have to play regularly for your club to be called up for a national team, but I know it's not really the case now. Now, you just need to be young, perhaps.
Yeah. But I mean, 3 great goalkeepers, right?
Yes. 2 gone, 1 left. Hassan will be.
Yeah. He's doing well in Thailand. Well, he finished 10th last year, but he's doing okay, right? He won goalkeeper of the year or something, or he won player of the year for his club. But you're saying that you're the best out of those 3. That's good to know, bro.
Yes,
well
thank you.
It's what I need to touch on. I know this has been very much a flavour of your career, but I think it's made who you are, because you're very sort of honest man. You're a very honest man, very responsible man, and I think football's helped to put you into that standing, right? Because I think you from what I can see, you're always educating yourself. You're a bachelor's sports management degree.
Yes, sports management.
Well, that's awesome, right?
All right, not too bad.
Well, that's pretty good for a pro footballer. But you're always thinking that step ahead. But I have to take you back to 19th of December 2002. Well, I know, but you grimace now. But that's made you the man that you are today, hasn't it?
Yes, it has actually. Yeah, it played a big part. It was my first international tournament. I got the nod based on the performance I had for my club. We were the champions. Coach was a very honest coach, very fair. I could have lost the place to another more experienced keeper, but I had a good season. The matches prior to the cup, I had a good run. Everything went well that year till the first match. It was, I guess, one of those days that didn't actually work out for me. Saves that I should have made, I failed to make it count. The team altogether, we didn't play well as a unit. We conceded early, and to lose 4-0, there's no excuse to Malaysia, especially.
To Malaysia, yeah.
Yeah, but guess being a goalkeeper, you bear brunt of.
Well, and you did though. I mean, you did bear the brunt because you were the scapegoat.
I feel I was made the scapegoat, and that one tournament kind of didn't allow me to get back to the team, because after that year, I was in and out of the national team till 2006, I think. There was no call up till 2010. So, well, of course, there was no reason that put out to me why I wasn't called up.
That was never explained to you.
Never explained. I won 4 S-League titles.
Yeah.
In that 5 years. I wasn't called up. So there was a lot of question mark. So I guess.
But when you called up by the CPIB and interrogated by the CPIB?
Yes, that was.
Well, there seems to be a coincidence between that happening
yes,
and you not getting called up. Well, that must have been horrific.
It was, but you see, I did nothing wrong. I told them about an offer I received.
What was the offer?
To lose a game for a friendly game against Malaysia. I was with the team with Hassan. And I didn't play. And when we lost 2-0, 2-1. After that, I got called up, as in they make me look like I'm guilty instead of helping out with the investigation. That's how I felt.
Yeah, because you get arrested as opposed to helping out, don't you?
I mean, it should be. I was like so-called guilty before charge.
Right.
Yeah, but I spent 3 days there. It wasn't pleasant, but.
How old were you then?
24,
2000, right.
24, 25, I think. It's not much of. It's difficult to be there 3 days and getting questioned every 2 hours throughout the night. It was mentally.
Were they questioning you as if you were guilty?
In some ways, yeah.
Wow.
So, but I guess it was another phase of my life that made me stronger, because I know I wasn't guilty. I think everybody knows. I guess it's just life of a goalkeeper. When goals get conceded, you'll be the first to be looked at. But other than that, I had a great career, I think.
Yeah. Any I was going to ask any regrets, but I just need to the last question on the 4-0 drubbing by Malaysia, because PJ Roberts always tells me, right? He goes, you know what? He said, there's nothing more character building than missing a penalty in a penalty shootout, because he's done it, right? So these are all parts that complete us, right, and make us.
Yeah.
I read that, I don't remember it at the time, although I was in Singapore, that you were misquoted in the press for blaming the fans.
Yes.
What happened?
I remember, I think Straits Times, they asked me for a quote, and along the line I said, when we were singing the national anthem, the hair at the back stood, it's a good feeling, but I don't know how the reporter put it, that I blame the fans for making me feel nervous during the national anthem, and well, people believe what they read.
And there's 40,000 watching this game, by the way.
Yeah.
So that's what you said. The hairs on your back were standing up.
I felt it. Yeah, it made me feel nervous, having the hairs stand up.
Yeah.
But I don't know how the reporter got.
And then that got misconstrued that the
Yeah.
fans put too much pressure on you and it was their fault rather than
Yep.
your fault. Any regrets on your career?
Regrets.
I mean, don't worry, we'll get to all the
Yeah.
good stuff in a minute, bro.
There's a few regrets, definitely. Of course, this Malaysia game.
Yeah.
That would be one. Secondly, would be meeting the guy who offered me, who tried to bribe me. That was the number two. On the context of having me in for a coaching job. Yeah, I would say these two.
Yeah, and they're the two sort of major defining points of your career, right? Apart from winning medals,
Yeah.
you know? And that what a better feeling, and winning a national call-up as well. How proud, for anyone who's never represented their country, can you put it into words just what it means?
You know, I've never got a chance to represent at youth level because they have their own set of goalkeepers back then. So to be called up for my first game was against Brunei in '99 as a 19-year-old who have not even played an S League game.
Wow.
You know, I can't sleep the night before. I was speaking to my mum and dad back then. You know, they were just trying to keep me calm. Watch a lot of YouTube videos. You know, try to get inspirations from top keepers. But you know, it's a feeling that I miss. Even the last 5 years of my career, I miss because I didn't get to play any national team games, singing the national anthem. It was something that I miss.
What were those celebrations like in 2004?
It was massive, I think. I could remember there was a bus that toured the whole Orchard Road. And there were like, I think, over 10,000 fans at Takashimaya, you know, waiting for us. It was a nice feeling, you know. I guess football is one of the only sport that could bring 40, 50,000 people together, you know. Doesn't matter your race. And I hope we could get this at club level. You know, it's far-fetched, but I think it's possible.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, if a nation such as Singapore has got enough passion about football, and it should be on whatever level, then let's bring it on, right? What was the craziest thing that happened that night, though? Was there anything double super crazy that happened? Like, you must have gone out for a few drinks afterwards.
I can't remember, but
Oh, it must have been, but means it sounds very good. Sounds like great fun.
yeah.
But I'm guessing there's no sort of drinking culture in Singapore like there was in England back in sort of 80s, 90s. Or is there? Was there a bit of a party?
Not too much, because maybe perhaps for myself, I'm not really the party kind. Perhaps I don't really go out and party so much. I was quite a dedicated player back then. I was really focused to be a professional, and I took work seriously. I sacrificed a lot of my youth time. I didn't go out with friends. Instead, no, I go to trainings.
And that's why you become a professional footballer, right? It is. I mean, that's what happens, right? You put that dedication and passion in. And you eat well as well.
I try to eat. It's not easy in Singapore.
No,
you know?
it's not.
Especially for the locals. I understand during the early days, you know, we stay with our parents and you know, our parents, they will cook the Malay dishes.
Right.
It's difficult not to eat nasi lemak every morning. But I did try to change myself, especially when I hit the mid-20s. After I got married, definitely, you know, it's easier because I have to cook my own meals. Yeah. But I think right now, it's one focus that the young player should have.
Well, when you were a young player, you had the opportunity to go to Arsenal and train with them.
That's great.
Was it?
It's awesome. You know,
how did that come about?
I don't really know how it came about, but the chairman back then, Geylang United chairman, Patrick Ang, he's another nice guy. He is so dedicated, so passionate. One day he just came to me and Lionel and said, "You guys are going to Arsenal." And you're like, we didn't have any expression. You know, like, Arsenal Football Club, you know, we asked him, say, yeah, I know someone there and we'll send you there for a month. So we ended being there for 5 weeks.
Wow.
In cold November. But no regrets, you know, we enjoyed every...
So where were they training then? What was the training?
Colony.
Right, yeah, of course, Colony, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So who was in the team?
David Seaman was there.
Wow.
John Lukic,
Oh, wow, yeah.
Kanu, Bergkamp, Ljungberg, Henry. And the best part was that it's a training ground, training center. So we were just training next to each other, and we always meet at the same restaurant. They have their own chef, we have a nice buffet spread. And we sit in the same room, basically.
Wow. Did you get a chance to play against them or with them?
No, I played against Ashley Cole, because Ashley Cole back then he was breaking into the first team, so I trained the reserves. So Ashley was there.
So who else was
Jermaine
there? Jermaine was there, right?
He just signed for Arsenal. He was 15 back then.
For a cool £2 million.
Yeah, and
Well, seeing him then at that age, that must have seemed like a world away. Seeing a 15-year-old kid sign for £2 million.
But I could see how, if I could use the word mischievous,
Right.
he came to training a few times with a pair of Nike boots on his right and an Adidas on his left. I mean, that you could see how he is. He's a little bit crazy, but good players.
Who else would have been in that reserve? David Bentley.
Bentley was there. Yeah, they were both same age category, 15, 16.
And they were special. All three of those you mentioned,
yeah.
special talents.
Bentley was class, but he's just unfortunate that he didn't turn out to be the player he could have.
Only Ashley sort of seems to have gone through. Can you remember any other players that were probably done from that Arsenal?
The senior team, first team?
Well, no, I mean from that reserve team that you would have
reserve
played. But still, Bergkamp, how cool was that, man? Did you have any one-on-one with David Seaman? Did he give you any advice?
I spoke to David Seaman. Was doing his rehab. He was out injured for over a month. But what opened my eyes, and even Lionel knows that he was coming to recovery. He was training harder than the normal players, which I took that lesson. I took back home. When you are down injured, you should be working twice as hard.
Wow.
Right, to get back to the first team. That's one of the important lessons I got.
Did you ever get the chance to talk to John Burridge when he was here?
I didn't see him.
No?
Burridge. No.
But I'm just thinking about inspirational goalkeepers, that's all. And he'd work as hard as anyone, and that's why he's the oldest player ever to play in the Premier League. Right? I'm surprised as a goalkeeper you wouldn't have gone and sought after him, no? I think he's quite inspirational, Budgie.
He is. He's crazy. I spoke to him a few times
Right.
while he was in Singapore. Yeah.
Oh, so you have spoken to him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
Dedicated.
Yes.
Crazy. As
That's
well.
understatement, isn't it? We're with Shahril Jantan, former Singapore international, former S League of 16 years goalkeeper, winner of 6 S League titles, 4 Singapore Cups. But how much does he know about his career? I think it's time to play the Shahril Jantan quiz. Your contestant today is Shahril Jantan. Hey Shahril, how you doing, bro?
Not too bad.
Hey, here's a quiz on you. How many can you get right? 10 questions. Who handed you your first national team call-up in 1988?
98.
98, right? I got
99, I think.
It was 99, yeah. It was 90. I thought it was 99, yeah. I'm just reading off the... Hey, is Pratap there? Is he there? Right, so this is where the interns get a mark down. Right. Hey, Pratap. One thing. I ask you to do one thing. Get him on the mic.
Can I say it?
Bro. Right, this is intern Pratap. I mean, normally I proof all the work that these boys do. Hey, bro, your first question...
Yeah, man.
Who handed your first national team call up in 1988? Firstly, he would have been 9. He would have been 9.
Isn't
he
it
would have been.
1998?
Huh?
Isn't it 1998?
90? Yeah, but you've written 88 here.
Oh, okay, that's a typo, but it's 1998.
Thank you.
Isn't
Just to clear.
1998?
So who was it who handed?
Vincent Subramaniam.
Is correct. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Question number 2. How many team honours have you won with the Singapore Armed Forces?
6, 7. Sorry, 4 league, 5 leagues, 3 cups, 8.
It's nice that you remember. We had Carol Amry on the show, right? Like, how many goals have you scored in the S League? He's like, 55. We're like, it's 84, man.
There's a 30 difference.
He had no idea. When was your first S League triumph?
2001, Geylang United.
Geylang Bole. In which year were you awarded the Yo's People's Choice Award?
2010.
Come on, son. Who did you face in your international debut?
Uruguay.
Uruguay. Do you remember the score in that?
2-1. Man on the match.
No.
Yes.
Who scored for them?
Not Forlan.
No. But he was playing in that?
Yeah.
No.
There was the World Cup team in
Diego Forlan's never scored against you.
Yeah. That's why he's out of menu.
Awesome. How many appearances did you make for SAFFC? It's a tough one. It's a number one. Pratap loves a number question, right, Pratap?
I reckon 240.
And 229. Good effort though. When were you named SAFFC Player of the Year?
2010.
Pratap?
2009.
29.
Yeah.
You were second choice for Geylang in 2000, but who was first choice?
Lutz Van den Steel.
Yes.
Yeah. the
For
champion.
extra point, can you spell Lutz Van den Steel?
LUTZ PFANNESTIEL.
Yeah, you missed an N, but yeah, fair play. You were nominated for the Young Player of the Year in 2002, but you eventually lost out. Who did you lose out to?
That's easy. No Alam Shah.
No, I'm sure. And how many seasons did you play in the S League?
16.
Yeah, so that's 10 out of 10, bro. Hey, let's talk about this exodus. We spoke about Nur Alam Shah there. Thanks, Pratap, by the way. That was awesome. Well done. Apart from the first question. Hey, look, the S League has seen a bit of an exodus of veteran players, right?
Yep.
Nur Alam Shah, Maz Rezwan, Maturi, Ridwan Mohammed. So, this Lions 12 coming back into the S League, that's not a good thing, is it?
No, I think I disagree. I think it's a good thing because we need the good players, the best players in Singapore to
Yeah,
be
but
playing.
what, at the expense of the senior pros, of the veteran players? Do you guys get a fair deal? Do the older players within the S League get a fair deal?
Well, I definitely did not lose. I didn't lose the job because of them coming, so I can't say about Ridwan but if you're good enough, there'll be clubs vying for your signature.
Sure, I get that, but look at you guys. You're scrambling year to year on 11-month contracts, right?
Okay,
year to year.
I think it's good that you brought this up. I think I've got that a lot of times. Even my friends asking me. I've never, in my 16 years, I've never had a year contract. I had 3-year contracts at most clubs, and I see that because I was playing for good clubs, I guess if you want to have good contracts, you have to train well, train hard, play well, and hopefully the big clubs offer you a good contract. I think those on 11-month contracts, they are playing for the smaller clubs where budget is limited. I'm not saying it's right. I think it's wrong. You still have to sign players on a 12-month contract. But, I think some of these players have to stop whining and perhaps look at themselves. Have you worked hard enough to get a call from a big club and get a good 12-month, 24-month contract? I feel for those who get 11 months. I think it's rubbish.
It's tough. Yeah.
It-
Any walk of life,
yeah.
that's tough.
And after 5-6 months in, you are scrambling for a job or for another contract. It's not. I think it's quite unprofessional for the S League to be in such a situation. Having said that, I think the players have to take a look at themselves and see how they can make situation better for them.
Would you like to get back involved with the game? I know you're quite close to it at Red Card because you're working on some football projects, but have you got any aspirations, ambitions to get back into working with Singapore football?
In fact, I would like to be involved in goalkeeping coaching. I think it's a specialist position that
I think so. Yeah.
I think you have to play in the game to know to be able to understand and to coach. I did apply for a job at FAS as a goalkeeper coach, but recently, but unfortunately, it got rejected.
Based on what?
No reasons was told.
Okay. But have you got any coaching qualifications?
Yeah, I got one, but they could always build me up. But it's okay. I guess there might be better coaches. I assume. The time will come, but I would like to stay in the game as a goalkeeper coach, on a part-time basis, of course. Because I think my first priority is still here at Red Card. I think I'm enjoying life here. I'm still involved with sports, and
we need some more banter, I think, at work now. Now that
Yeah.
you've reminded me, that's one of the things that you're missing.
yeah.
I think we need to give Nick. We need to give him some when he walks in a little bit late. We need to hammer him.
No, you'll never find me late.
I know, but this is the thing about seriously. The best thing I've noticed about all of you guys, you retired footballers, and I mentioned my close friends PJ Roberts and John Wilkinson and the like. You guys did this for 17, 18 years, 16 years, getting up at the right time, training, looking after yourself. It's so disciplined. It's so admirable. As opposed to me, I'm the opposite. I'm serious. I'm serious. Which is why I think you guys make great employees.
I guess professional football, it builds your character, a lot, like you say, discipline, fitness, dedication.
Yeah.
Everything I do here, I put a lot of work and dedication into it. Doesn't only have to be sport or football.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that I could bring what I've learned as a professional and bring it over here to Red Card.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think it's for any parents that are a bit worried about whether they should put their children through as a professional footballer, or at least encourage them. All the guys I meet, especially sort of your generation. I'm not sure about the older ones, but you realise how important it was to look after yourself and how important it is to be timely and dedicated. So.
Yeah, I would say one more thing. No respect. When I was young, when I see players like Fandi or Kadi or David Lee, we keep quiet and we would like tiptoe past them, because we are so I won't say afraid, but we respect them. We don't make so much noise and those things. It developed me. Now I have a lot of respect to everybody I meet. I think it's important to have respect also.
You've been in the game this long. Let's go through, position by position, with the players that you've played with, your best starting 11. Okay? I'll go through the position. You name me the best player and the reason why. In goal.
Me.
Why?
Because I'm the best in what I do.
Right back.
Kade. He goes up and down. Discipline.
Left back.
Razale Kalek. He doesn't have a left foot, but I like his work ethic and the heart he put into matches.
Your centre back pairing.
Noraman and I'd say that is a tough one.
What? Who are some of the guys that you're considering?
I'm trying to look through the national players. Recent ones don't really caught my eye. Can I put Muhammad Kapo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Done.
World Cup player.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, sweet. Okay, you having 4 in the midfield or just 3 in midfield?
I play 4.
We play 4 in midfield.
Yeah.
Left wing.
Left wing, I like someone who takes on man and also can defend. Most of them I know can attack but can defend. Okay, let me choose the middle two. Tersa definitely, and Masahiro Fukasawa. If you remember him, workhorse, runs up and down every blade of the grass he covers. Okay, got that 2 covered. Right midfielder, outfoot, I put John there for the reason that
If you didn't, he'd scold
yeah,
you.
he's gonna text me later and but yeah. And the left, tough one left.
You can play with three up front. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put. I put Alex because he scores about 300 goals, but he misses about 700. And yeah, he scores from the 6-yard box, so we need him there. I put. Can I put Jermaine for the fact that
You haven't played with him.
Okay.
Well, you played with him in Arsenal training.
Yeah, wasn't good enough. No. Attackingly. I put Lee Kuan Woo behind the two strikers.
Okay. And the last striker?
Last one would be...
So you never played with Fandy or any of you? That was...
No. No.
Well, according to Pratap, you made your debut in 1988.
One more. Give me a second.
I like the give me a second. I can't give you a second. It's radio, man. I mean, we should...
Money, right? I'll put Fandi.
Yeah, because what? You played with him in...
I trained with him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Done. Hey, not a bad team, bro. Hey, not a bad team at all.
Yeah,
right?
I need to see the attacking and defensive aspects.
Yes.
I'm thinking like a coach now.
It'd be kind of like a Newcastle team, I think, with lots of goals scored, but
Yeah.
maybe, yeah. So, okay, let's just wrap this up because I feel like I haven't celebrated your career as much as I should have done.
Nah, you don't.
Shahril. No, because I think we got a bit got a bit light, we got a bit serious, and then because you've had that many good moments, man. You don't just win that many championships, right? Without having just a fantastic time. Like, what was the... Okay, let's go through it. The highlight of your career.
Would be my first international game against Uruguay. The performance and the opponent itself.
Yeah, massive. And that must have made you a better player than you ever possibly could have been.
Yeah,
that one performance,
it made me feel like, I can perform at a high level.
It's like I've done, basically, in my broadcasting career, I've done one good show. Seriously. And now I think I know when it was, but I've ridden off the back of that for years. But only because I think, I can achieve that sort of level where all the links come off straight. Everything looks good. I don't mumble. And I think, I can be a presenter. You might not looking at me now. You might be thinking, well, yeah. But yeah, it's true. It's very crazy things. Hey, these defining moments in our life. Who was the laziest footballer you ever trained with or worked with?
Laziest.
He was always late for training or never ran. Or
I know Erwan Gunawan at SFFC. He was always late. God knows why. Not married, no kids.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
And who's the fittest player you've ever played with?
Alex is one of them.
Was he? I mean, he's a freak.
Yeah.
Have you read his book?
I got a better book for you to read. So that.
A better book than Alex's? don't tell him that. Just say, yeah, I've read it, and then tell me, but I've also got another...
I asked him for a book. He says he has no book.
No, he says he has to buy them. He has to buy them if he's going to give them to you. But you can't. Hey, friends, if true friends would pay the money.
Friends,
right?
We are friends.
No, true friends would pay the money to support, right?
Let me finish my book first, and I'll get his.
Oh, that's the better book, is it?
I'll just wait for December. It might be on sale or something.
Here's one. Yeah. It will do. You buy it for 99 cents on Amazon. Hey, fair play to him. That's a good book.
Yeah, so that's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, good story. Good story.
Good for him.
Yeah. So, but yours is the better book. Was this what yours?
I like to read on goalkeepers, and I think the book that I text you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What was it called?
It's about Robert Anker, the former German goalkeeper who committed suicide.
Yes.
Pressure. That's good. Yeah.
And that's fairly recent, isn't it, Inca? Isn't it?
2008 or something.
Yeah. I'm asking Shahril Jantan about his favourites, his bests. Who was the smelliest you've ever come across in the changing room?
Smelliest. There used to be a player, Razali Johari. He was a very talented left-legged. We call him Diego. He would use his towel for 3 months without washing it. And after training, when we go for away trips, after training, he would straight away just lie down on his bed without washing. He's not a dirty player. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care. Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I think that seems to be a common theme. There's always seems to be one player, Nick, right, that doesn't like to shower down. What's the best rumour you've heard about yourself when you were playing?
No, I don't think there was any.
No.
Everything that was about me was true.
You married now, kids now?
Yeah, one just turned 4, keeping myself occupied, but
that's great, and that's another
great,
chapter of your
yeah.
life as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, Shahril, thanks for coming in today.
No problem.
I know you haven't had to come far because your desk
I have to go back to my desk now.
But still, it's the first unique time that we had you on the show once, didn't we, when we were talking about S League. Is there anything you want to say about S League? You want to give it a bash, or give it a prop, or give it or any views or opinions you want to tell the FAS, or is that for another time?
No, that's for another time.
Okay.
But I think a lot of it has to go with the product, and the players play a big part. I think play good football and let the club do the rest, and hopefully the fans will come.
Shahril, thanks for your time today.
No problem, mate.
I'll see you Monday. Oh, brilliant. Shahril Jantan there, who told us about his 16-year career in the S League, the highs and the lows, and playing for Singapore. Awesome stuff. Still plenty more to come on the Andy Penders Show.
It's a red card.
And he should get 2 red cards. That's
Got the red card.
Red Card Sports Radio, the best sports station in Asia.